Hi, my name's Lane Leverett, and I'm a systems architect here at Nutanix. And today we're going to be looking at Acropolis and Prism. So when we look at the Nutanix solution, we can see that it's actually comprised of both Acropolis and Prism as two separate products. Acropolis is the data fabric that natively converges compute, storage, and virtualization to run any application at any scale. Prism is the control plane that simplifies data center operations by providing a single pane of glass to manage compute, storage, and virtualization, and offering rich automation and operational insights. As we dive into the Acropolis fabric, it can be broken down into three key areas. Our platform services provides a foundation for the other two key areas by unifying the management of computing, networking, and storage, and not bolting on security as an afterthought, but by shipping an already hardened system for AHV and for our controller VM. Customers have been conditioned that vendors sell them a system, and then the burden of security is on the customer. We take a different approach and believe the burden of security should be on the vendor since it is our software. We also make it easy for customers to be able to add to or shrink their Nutanix cluster without any downtime or disruption. Our distributed storage fabric contains all our core storage-related features. This includes our Acropolis block services, which allows us to be able to deliver the same distributed high performance now not only to the systems running on the Nutanix cluster as VMs, but also to encompass physical workloads which customers may be hesitant to virtualize, like Oracle or SQL. This fabric also includes Acropolis file services to allow for a scale-out and easy-to-manage distributed namespace for file services. And finally, our application mobility fabric allows us to decouple workloads so that customers can run workloads as virtual machines on different hypervisors. Gives the ability to migrate between those hypervisors and enables new runtimes like Acropolis container services as customers move towards using containerized applications. As you know already, in addition to storage in a virtualized environment, many essential pieces exist, all of which come with their own complexity, interoperability requirements, upgrade cycles, and learning tax. We believe everyone deserves an interface that delivers a simple, powerful, and delightful experience. What we came up with is Prism, an HTML5-based single pane of glass console to allow customers to manage their environment in a simple, powerful, and delightful manner. With Prism, we aim to collapse server, storage, virtualization management and operations, and backup and DR management into a single console. Our intent is to satisfy the common use cases in a simple, powerful, and delightful manner. Simplicity does not happen magically. There's a lot of thought that goes into getting the core of a problem and solving for it. For every yes in design, there are 100 no's. We have to be extremely thoughtful, minimalistic, and deliberate in the interface we expose to our customers. For simplicity is fragile, hard to attain, and easy to lose. Like dents in a car, the first one doesn't stand out, maybe not the second, but after a bunch, the car looks like it has contracted measles. If we were to ask the question, what principles guide the design of the Nutanix interface, we end up with three: intentful, opinionated, and delight. Intentful. The user simply states their intent and the system executes the intent. Our instant search and action is a perfect example of this design attribute. Opinionated. This is a minimalistic philosophy. We spend a lot of effort to understand our users' needs very well and serve them with the right but small set of choices. To make the right choice takes understanding, and understanding takes both time and effort and can be overwhelming. We have all experienced this while buying cereal at a grocery store, picking the right phone and TV bundle, or signing up for a mobile plan. Delight. Delight is the ability to anticipate a user's need and solve for it before the user expresses it. Our one-click upgrade feature showcases this delight for our customers. At Nutanix, we use one-click as a metaphor for simplicity, speed, and delightfulness of interaction. Data center management breaks down into three buckets: infrastructure management, planning, and operational insights. With one-click infrastructure management, we provide administrators an easy way to manage their virtual environments. We simplify and streamline common workflows for hypervisor and virtual machine management, cluster management like expansion and contraction, and various upgrades like hypervisor, firmware, and others. We also simplify storage and virtual network management. Rather than replicating the full set of features found in other virtualization solutions, management in Prism has been designed for an uncluttered consumer-grade experience. One-click planning. With one-click planning, we provide the ability to understand trends and forecast the needed storage, compute, or memory capacity. We support what-if scenarios, which helps customers plan for their capacity needs, allowing them to input upcoming projects to see if their existing Nutanix cluster can satisfy the needs of the project. If not, then we supply the customer with the exact hardware configuration and the time at which it will be needed, thus taking away the incredible challenge of capacity planning for our customers. One-click operational insights. Capacity planning is closely tied with operational insights, where we generate actionable insights using machine learning on large quantities of system data that we gather. For example, we generate insights regarding underutilization of resources. Furthermore, Prism runs checks to proactively alert customers about problems and also provides customized recommendations to resolve those alerts. We provide the ability to customize charts and dashboards, which allow for customers to derive the insights they need in a way that is familiar to them. So how do we differentiate and sustain our competitive advantage? Distributed systems that run on a cluster of commodity machines are difficult to replicate and get right. That is why most next-gen infrastructure companies are still selling individual boxes, cheaper, faster than the incumbents who themselves are becoming loss leaders by dropping price and letting gross margins suffer as a way to protect their turf. While changing the consumption model has its risks, we think that there will be greater rewards as we balance revolutionary back-end re-architecture with an evolutionary approach to application migration. Our storage fabric runs all existing applications and mainstream hypervisors without any change to their code or interface. Our control fabric, while independent in design and usability, is seamlessly integrated with existing legacy systems. Yet we are bringing values that float on top of the industry hypervisors and various x86 server brands. Just like the smartphones and its spillage into cloud services, we are spilling our software services into the public cloud, integrating the devices the enterprise own with the services they rent. This would not have been possible had we not been too close to hardware and built our own proprietary hardware. We're very committed to making hypervisors and the entire cloud environments easy to migrate in and out of so that customers pay for the value of mobility rather than getting locked down in the incumbency of a current stack. That is why we have a huge emphasis in the company to build software and services around app mobility, akin to a number portability in the cellular phone markets. We think our customers would then pay us for that one-click portability between different environments. And that is how we will unlock more out of the current infrastructure spend. You now have a good understanding of the Prism control plane and the Acropolis data storage fabric. Thank you so much for taking the time.